Hello everyone, I am in south of Munich in a very small village, proper countryside, proper Bavarian countryside. You can see the cows here. Yes, I am at a supermarket parking. So today I will show you a bit of the countryside here in south of Munich. So I also will talk about my new gears, camera gears that I bought just recently. But before that, let's just get out of the parking lot. Oh, there is another Tesla. It's a Model 3. Yes. It's 3:35 in the evening and the sun is going to set in 1 hour. So the sun is quite low right now. It's November, mid-November, but today it's unusually warm and sunny.
In 200 meters, bear left onto Strasse.
And I was in the countryside, so I thought, why not just show you the countryside. Yes.
Bear left onto Strasse.
So usually the roads here are really narrow, as you can see, and often there is not much traffic here. Now it seems like there is a bit of traffic just because it's a Friday evening. People are moving, even though we have this partial lockdown. There is a lot of people. So the lockdown in Germany right now, the partial lockdown in Germany is not that strict. So what you need to do is you need to avoid socializing, and you are not allowed to meet people from more than one household. Yeah, that's the restriction. And shops are open. You are still allowed to go to work. You are encouraged not to travel. Hotels are closed. Yeah, so these are the main restrictions. By the way, schools are also open, so yeah, it's really not a very strict lockdown. So you still see a lot of activities around. The numbers, the corona infection numbers are not going down these days. So it's just like 20k or something like that every day. So yeah, so not sure how to feel about that, but yeah, there is a vaccine coming. I think it should be available not too far in the future, like let's say in 2 or 3 months. The most vulnerable people will get the vaccine first, and then slowly they will give it to the general public. But anyway, so this is typical Bavarian countryside. Yeah, twisty roads, and sometimes you can drive 100 like here. Yeah, but I have to slow down here now because I'm entering into another village. Yeah. So the gears, I bought a camcorder. It's Panasonic HCV777. It can only do 1080p videos. It cannot do 4K, but I don't do 4K videos, so that's really not a problem. I bought it second-hand from eBay. The price for this one when it's brand new is 380 euro, but I got it for 270 something euro, and it came with 2 tripods, which was nice. And the tripods themselves actually cost more than 100 euro, so I think I got a good deal. Yeah, so we are entering right now into a really nice stretch. It's through a forest. Yeah, I remember when I got my driving license, I had to come here quite often to practice. Yeah, brings some scary and exciting memories, but really nice to drive here. Yeah, what I was saying about the camera. So it's a nice camera, it's quite compact, and I went for a camcorder because I like the usability of camcorders. And this one is really light and compact, so that's nice, and it's a dedicated video camera, so unlike the DSLRs. So quite happy with this camera. And it also has some nice features, like you can have your phone camera facing you, and then you actually incorporate the pictures coming from the phone camera.
In 300 meters, turn right to stay on Glonnerstrasse.
Pictures coming from the phone camera in the video, you can do it from within the camera. So yeah, it has some nice features. And then also to keep the camera balanced, it has some markers, so it shows you when the camera is completely balanced.
Now turn right to stay on Glonnerstrasse.
So that's nice to make videos.
200 meters, bear right onto Munknerstrasse, then bear left onto Munchnerstrasse.
So it's nice to make stable videos, and also it comes with a stabilization feature also, which I believe is not
Now bear right onto Munknerstrasse.
not mechanical stabilization, but it's software controlled stabilization, which is fine for me.
Now bear left onto Munchnerstrasse.
I don't really need that sort of stabilization. I don't really need that sort of mechanical stabilization. I don't really do those sort of videos. It has also 20x optical zoom, which is quite good. The best thing is that it has a microphone port, so you can plug in an external mic. And what I have realized in the last few months uploading videos on YouTube is that the audio quality is quite important, and my audio quality in the videos so far is not great. I have been using an action camera, so it's an Akaso 50 action camera, and it doesn't have a dedicated external mic input, so it uses the USB mini port for an external mic, and the quality of that is not great. So even though I use an external mic, the sound quality is really not good in my Akaso. And I have been also using my iPhone, but when I do videos with iPhone it's a bit shaky, and yeah, so I also don't feel safe to hold my phone while I'm driving to take videos. With Akaso, the action cam, what I do is that I plug in Gorilla mount, and I just hold the Gorilla mount, so at least that makes it easier to hold. But with the phone it's a bit complicated, and also I'm not so sure about the legality of that in Germany, so if I get if I get caught, I think I'll be fined if I hold the phone while driving. So anyway, so because of this I also bought what's happening here? Okay, there is a biker. Yeah, when it's sunny you see a lot of bikers here. Yeah, here we don't have speed limit, so let me just engage autopilot. Yeah, so what I was saying, I also bought a Manfrotto suction mount, and it is this one. This suction mount looks very, very well built, and it has some nice features. For example, when you put the suction cup on the windshield, you have to pump it, and yeah, this guy is driving really slow, so I have to overtake him. Okay, there is a 70 kilometers per hour here limit. Yeah, so this suction mount is quite nice because it has some nice features. For example, when you pump, it has an indicator. So when you put the suction mount on the windshield, there is a red indicator, and if the red indicator, if you see the red indicator again, that means that you have to pump it again to keep it safe. So at least it has these safety features, which is really nice. And also the build quality is really good. It can hold up to 4 kilograms, and my camera is, I believe it's not more than 500 grams, so it's good. And I feel much safer now to operate the camera with this strong suction mount. My previous suction mount was a cheap suction mount, which I used sometimes to put my action camera on the windshield, but it fell sometimes, and I just feel it's not safe with that previous suction mount even to operate it from a mount, not by your hand, not from your hand.
2 kilometers into the roundabout, take the second exit.
Because it falls and that might damage the camera, that might damage the car interior. So yeah. So this one is nice. And for the microphone, what I did is I bought this Synco lav mic. So it's not wireless, it's wired, but it has a power unit. So you can also plug in your headphone to monitor the quality of sound. So that's also quite nice. yeah, so today is the first time I'm testing this in the car, and let's see how the quality comes out. Yeah, so for these gears, in total I think I spent about 500 euro or something like that. So yeah, I'm investing a bit in the channel so that the quality of the videos and the audios improve a bit, and I get more views, more subscribers. Yes, I also bought a power bank and two extra batteries for the camera, so some expenses there as well. Okay, I need to slow down now for this roundabout. Second exit. Okay, that car is crazy. He doesn't know the rules in the roundabout that you have to give away. Okay, autopilot is complaining for some reason. Anyhow, so the next thing that I want to buy is a camera bag. The camera bag that I have is a small camera bag for a DSLR, so I cannot fit everything in the camera bag right now. I can just fit the camera and the microphone, and
in 300 meters, enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
And that's it. So yeah, I need to buy a bigger camera bag where I can put all the batteries, all the cables, two or three cameras. Okay, then it should be all good. Oh shit, I just took the wrong exit. I took the first exit. I was supposed to take the second exit, but hey, I have to turn around now. Well, you get to see more countryside. So this is actually a nice road, just in the border of Munich. So I don't even know if it's inside Munich or if it's actually outside Munich. But Munich has a lot of green spaces, so sometimes even inside the city it looks like a countryside.
In 300 meters, turn left onto Kieferloch, then turn right to stay on Kieferloch.
Alright, I will do that. Turn left. Okay.
Now turn left onto Kieferloch. Now turn right to stay on Kieferloch.
Okay, some weird street. Oh, okay, it's just a petrol pump. It's funny to drive in a petrol pump with an electric car. I do that quite often. It's fun. People stare at you.
Now turn right onto B471.
Okay, I have to go through the petrol pump basically. I could have turned just here, but anyway, doesn't matter so much. Okay, the sun is in my face again. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I want to also buy a good bag. and that would be more or less it. Or maybe I will upgrade to the Rode wireless microphone. I wanted to buy that, but it's 180 euro or something like that in Germany. I didn't want to spend so much money. So the microphone that I have right now, the lav mic, Synco lav mic, it has good sound quality, but it's a bit bulky, the power unit for this one. But you can charge it with USB.
In 300 meters, into the roundabout and take the first exit.
Yeah, and the cable with this one is so long and it just gets tangled and things like that.
Now enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
So it would be nice to have a wireless microphone. The camera also has its own mic, but it picks up a lot of noise. When it's not, there is not much noise.
100 meters, enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
When there is not much noise, the quality of the sound from the camera is also good. But yeah, I'm often outside and I'm in the car, so the
Now
wind.
enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
So the wind noise is quite loud and the camera picks up the wind noise. So a lab mic is much better because of that. Yeah, so I am actually almost in Munich right now. Yeah, actually this is the border of Munich. Lots of people outside today, even though it's a partial lockdown.
In 300 meters, enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
Okay, I know the route from here, so that guy was almost on the street with his bike.
Now enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
So I will just turn off the navigation system. Okay, we just entered in proper Munich. So speed limit now is 50 kilometers per hour and there is a lot of traffic. But this is south of Munich. It's not that crowded usually in south of Munich, except for the rush hours. There are some companies, big companies here, and those companies have thousands and thousands of employees, and during the rush hour lots of cars in this area because many people live in the outskirts of Munich and they work in those companies. Other than that, this part of Munich is very quiet and nice to live in. Oh, I also live here, by the way. I also work in this area, in one of those companies, let's say. I don't want to mention the name, but yeah. Yes, in the city center of Munich, it's very, very crowded, and people drive like crazy in those places, almost like in Italy, unfortunately. And it's almost impossible to park. So when I had a Renault Zoe, I could still go to the city center with my car, because you could still park the Zoe in narrow spaces. But with this one, I cannot park it in really narrow space. It doesn't fit in the narrow spaces. There are lots of electric car charging points in the city center. Even the charging stations in the city center. But even the charging stations have really small parking places, and often a Model 3 does not fit in those parking spaces. So that's the reality with Model 3 in Munich. But yeah, if you don't go in the city center, it's fine. And yeah, sometimes in the city center the lanes are so narrow that it barely fits in the lanes even. So yes. So Model 3 is a bit too big probably for a compact city center like Munich city center. But for the countryside and the highway driving, it's a great car. Okay, there is a biker biking on the street even though there is a bike lane. Okay, he managed to figure out that there is a bike lane. Okay. Here you have 4 electric car charging points, and there are 22 kilowatt chargers. They are often occupied by the car sharing electric cars. Yeah, not so easy to find them free, just because it's like 2 minutes of walk from the S-Bahn stop, so people use those cars and drive to the S-Bahn stop and then go to the city center or whatever, so they plug them in here. I wonder how the new regulations with regards to idle time works with these cars, these car sharing cars, because they're sometimes parked for more than 4 hours, and the regulation is that now you cannot, you can, but if you plug your car in for more than 4 hours in a public charging station, then you get an idle fee for all the companies in Germany. So I don't know how that affects the car sharing cars. we are still in Munich. Like I was saying, even inside Munich you have so much green space. Look at this green space. Yes, it is almost like a countryside. And this is actually where you have the Bundeswehr München University. So you often see lots of student activities here, but I believe the university is probably not open due to Corona. The campus, I mean. But there are also some companies here. Let's park here. Oh, there is an electric car charger. Didn't know about it. That's a pleasant surprise. Let me see which one works. Which charging card works here, I mean. Right, funny story, the charger does not have any power. I think it's a brand new charger, that's why it doesn't show up in any of the apps, and they still haven't really started it. So let me just get the hell out of this parking space.